Alright, so guys, today we have the founder of UniLend, and this is Chandresh. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Chandresh?
Chandresh is correct.
Chandresh, okay. So this amazing prodigy, he basically is the founder of UniLand, and what we're gonna talk today is about the entire ecosystem, the protocol. First, we want to start about his journey into Web3 because I'm sure a lot of people out there, they're pretty new to Web3, and a lot of people, especially people older than us, in their 40s, 50s, they're afraid to enter Web3 because right now obviously it's quite unstable with the market situation, but there's always ups and downs, especially when it's revolutionizing from web 2 to web 3. It's a huge step, just like the web, for example. Before the web came out, everyone said it was a scam, and then a lot of things happen in between until everyone actually move towards using the web. So now we're entering web 3. Please tell us about your journey.
So I started my blockchain journey, I would say, in mid 2016, where I came across Ethereum, and I read about Ethereum, and from there, I sort of thought this is the next biggest financial revolution which is going to happen, and this kind of technology is definitely needed, considering the way internet and all other technologies are advancing. So we definitely need better financially to sort of support all other things, and that is when I started taking a lot of efforts for the Ethereum Indian community. I started educating a lot of people about what this blockchain technology is, how they can interact with it, and in that, basically in the same journey, I sort of then decided to join Matic Network, which is now Polygon. I worked there for more than a year, and after that, we sort of realized that there is a need of permissionless money market, which doesn't exist in the ecosystem. So then we decided to sort of start building out UniLend Finance.
So what is the thing that made you so confident about entering Web3? Because I'm sure a lot of people want to, but they're just not confident. Obviously, they have the information, they can go on YouTube, learn everything about Web3 there, but a lot of people are afraid. There's so many scams out there, there's so many topsy-turvy news, there's a lot of negativity in this space. So what advice can you give people that are willing to come into the Web3 but they're still afraid?
Yeah, so I sort of in Web3 has also started in sort of a bear market, I would say. At that time, what I have realized that definitely I have realized going to stay there. This technology is going to change the way we see money, way we send money, or receive money, or the overall idea of money which we have generally. So I was pretty sure that a lot of the things which are currently happening into the Web2 ecosystem, I was pretty sure that if we sort of implement or integrate blockchain into this thing, it will be very advantageous for the complete ecosystem. So the idea of owning your own money, having the custody of your own funds, not needing to trust anyone else, no permission, it is active 24/7. The proofs are all there. So that freedom which this technology was giving, that attracted me the most, and that is why I thought to join. It was a difficult time. This is going to be around third bear market, I would say, which I am seeing there. The temperament is very low, the confidence is very low, but the people who stick around and the people who keep building, keep working hard, are going to be on the top when next time the bigger traction comes.
Yes, definitely. I totally agree with that. Now let's talk about UniLand. UniLand is a place where you can you can borrow tokens there. And what is the thing that inspired you to create UniLand? And how would you explain UniLand in a more layman's terms?
So I would say, with Uniswap or you have interacted with Aave, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine UniLend, you can just imagine UniLend is a combination of Uniswap and Aave. So Uniswap offers you permissionless listing. Anyone can go and they can list your tokens. Previously, when the taxes was not there, we needed to depend on centralized exchanges to list our token, and then the trading starts, and then your token becomes tradable. Then you can say, okay, we have launched a token and it is traded in the market. But what happened when with the innovation of Uniswap, with this new AMM, what had happened that anyone who wants to launch, their project, who wants to launch their token, Uniswap offered them the freedom and flexibility that anyone can come. They just need to add the liquidity. Let's say if I am adding liquidity with Ether, I need to just deposit my tokens and Ether, and anyone can come and swap. So I don't need to depend on any centralized exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And what Aave, so they have sort of started this new revolution of permissionless trading, which has helped the market a lot. And on the other hand, Aave and Compound are the major players who are offering lending and borrowing. So if you combine the permissionless aspect of Uniswap with the main core feature of lending and borrowing, that is what UniLand is able to do. We are a permissionless lending and borrowing platform. We are coming up with a new innovation of isolated lending pools, which no one has done in the ecosystem. Our testnet is already live. And how did we came up with this idea was that while I was working for Matic, we were trying to get listed Matic on the platforms like Aave and Compound, but it was not that easy. They gate whatever tokens which should be allowed. So our idea was that we want mass adoption to happen. If we want more and more people and more and more audience to come into the decentralized finance, we need to have a permissionless lending and borrowing platform where any token, as soon as they are listed on Uniswap, the possibility of lending and borrowing for those tokens should be there. So this is how the idea of UniLend Finance came, and we sort of built it out.
Yeah, that definitely adds value into the whole financial ecosystem. Also, it's like an additional instrument to help people who probably need the liquidity or need the tokens at that time. So, what's the insights on the multi-chain function? Obviously, there are a lot of people talking about multi-chain, but not many of them are actually or know actually how to implement.
Yeah, so definitely, I mean, as we are sort of evolving, and Ethereum is also will scale over the period of time. But while Ethereum has not scaled, there are many other options. I would say the cheap transactions which has come into the ecosystem. And what has happened that lot of this ecosystem has taken lot of the audience with them. So now currently in the ecosystem, lot of the audience, some are very comfortable by using Polygon, some are very comfortable for using BSC chain. Some are comfortable with Avalanche. So a lot of the audience has been fan of different ecosystem. And what we believe that over the period of time, a lot of this ecosystem will thrive. Blockchain technology is still very new, and there is more and more innovation happening. The existing problems which we have, all the existing tokens to come into the ecosystem. And there are many good projects also which are associated with specific ecosystem. Like take example of QuickSwap, Polygon, or PancakeSwap on BSC, or TraderJo on Avalanche, which are specific to the ecosystem. So we don't want to miss out on we don't want that the tokens should be missed out for the lending and borrowing. That is why our aim is to keep on supporting more and more ecosystems. And again, in our roadmap, we are also working on solutions where if you have assets on BSC and you want to lend your asset on BSC and you want to borrow something on Ethereum or borrow something on any other ecosystem. So that should also be possible. It doesn't matter on which particular chain you are, you can interact with any chain parallelly.
Okay, very very interesting. I mean, not I've never seen any other platform that actually does it this way, and so far this is the first. And the name that you have is basically the name of the. Anyway, it's like the unique trademark. The UniLend, it's Uniswap UniLend. So I definitely understand why you created this name. But anyway, one thing I would like to show up on the screen right here, I'm just going to pull it up. So congratulations on this successful launch of UniLend 2.0. So this is the entire page right here. I'm just going to put it up on the screen. So it's on Sepolia. Is it called Sepolia? Sepolia Testnet. Yeah, right now it's on Sepolia Testnet. So what's the difference between other lending and borrowing protocols such as Aave or like Compound in the DeFi space as compared to UniLend?
Yeah, so this other major protocols, they have been built considering the situations which were existing in the past, where not much liquidity was there on decentralized exchanges, not much liquidity was there on decentralized finance. So they were built considering that we want to build for an ecosystem where the capital efficiency has to be very important. They were not thinking about supporting all the assets. They were thinking about the major assets which exist in the ecosystem. We should be able to provide the money market for them. Rightly so. I mean, if I would have built anything during that time, I will think like what Aave and Compound did. The situation has changed. There is, n number of assets which are there in the ecosystem. There are, very good liquidity for all these assets on the ecosystem, and all them are doing good. They have a larger community behind them. So we currently, we thought that it is important to have something which will be able to offer the money market services to more and more protocols. So Aave and Compound and UniLend has a lot of different lot of different architectural design. I would say Aave and Compound keep all the assets in a single pool, where if a single asset goes down, the complete protocol goes down. So they thankfully Aave Compound didn't they didn't support UST or all the major assets which went down in
Oh, that would be bad. That would be bad if they did.
in the current collapse. So I mean they didn't support and all these assets went down. If so, the problem with Aave Compound is if a single asset in their protocol goes down,
The entire thing will just crash. It's like
goes down. So that is why we have built out this innovative approach of isolated lending pools, where we isolate every lending pool. It is not that much capital efficient as compared to Aave and Compound, I would say, but it offers the opportunity to participate in the money markets for more and more assets. So like Aave Compound supports not even 30-35 assets, but there are 200 good assets which I know which should be supported in the money market. They have a huge community behind them. They have a very passionate team. So definitely we are building for them. We are going to come out and we are going to bring all those assets on our platform, and their lending and borrowing will start. And apart from this, isolated lending pools, we have also done some more innovations like concentrated liquidation, where the complete liquidation of protocol can just in a single transaction, so the chain will not be blocked, and easier for everyone in the ecosystem. We have built out our LP positions as NFT. So I mean lot of different things as compared to Aave Compound if we go deeper.
Okay, very interesting. So yeah, that's why UniLend is special compared to all the others. So recently, there's also been a lot of hacks going on in the DeFi space, such as Mango Protocol. It basically got exploited around $100 million, and like Quickswap also got like a 220 ish thousand exploited in like those flash loan attacks. So what or how is UniLand going to prevent all of this from happening? Because I believe that's one thing that everyone is the most concerned about: security of the protocol.
Yeah, security of the protocol is definitely very important. That is why the like when we have contracts, we open sourced it from we are building in the open market, and all our contracts are open from February 2022. So we are already like 8-9 months down when the complete protocol was built, I would say. And then we went to Peck Shield, we went to Slow Mist, and we got our protocol successfully audited from them. Apart from this, we also went on Immunify to sort of run our bug bounty, and one round of successful bug bounty was completed with Immunify. 2 days back, we launched our bug bounty again with Immunify, and we are also in talks with a few more uh, open source contractors to sort of get this protocol more battle tested before launching it on Mint.
Okay, so in terms of that, the short-term vision of UniLand, I'm sure that's like considered as the short-term vision. What's the long-term vision for UniLand? Maybe not just this current market, but after the bear market, maybe the bull market comes, and then if like on and on for the next 10, 20 years.
Yes, yes. So definitely, I mean, we are building for our vision, and just like you have mentioned that what is your long term goal. So in long term, what I and what our team has thought, and the way we have designed this protocol in this way is that this ecosystem is going to thrive. There will be huge number of assets, huge different type of assets which are going to get tokenized, which are going to come into the ecosystem, and they will need the basic decentralized finance, lending and borrowing, insurance, and the basic 5-6 pillars which are there for decentralized finance. So like Uniswap in a some way has solved the permissionless trading market, but there is no one has solved and who was working to solve uh, the problem for the bigger audience, for the mass adoption. So we feel that any asset, be it indexes, be it derivatives, or be it NFTs, it can be any asset. If in a way it can be tokenized, then our protocol has the ability to offer lending and borrowing services for them. What we are building for. So you can imagine UniLend like a second layer protocol.
Mm-hmm.
The first layer is blockchain. The second layer definitely UniLend, and top of UniLend, number of use cases and number of protocols can be built, like NFT as a collateral can be built on top of UniLend by using our basic architecture.
Okay, NFTs as well.
Yeah, if you take example of real world assets, if there are multiple teams who are working to tokenize these assets, if they are tokenizing it, then those things can be welcome into the ecosystem, and all these things are happening where user has been given a chance to do the risk mitigation. Like people would say, okay, you are going to support so many different, welcome everyone, you will put all the protocol at risk. No, the user in our protocol will have the opportunity of risk mitigation. So let's say you are someone who want to lend your USDC. So you get the opportunity which asset you want to lend it against. You are like, I only trust Ethereum, or I only trust Bitcoin, I don't trust anything else. So then you will get the opportunity that I will bet against only Ethereum. I will bet against only Bitcoin, and your risk mitigation will happen. If anything goes wrong with any other assets, that particular damage will be limited to that pool only. It will not come down to you or the other assets which you have. So again, having said that, we are building a base layer on top of which many use cases like yield aggregation, NFT as a collateral, future yield, all those things can be built, and there are many teams who are exploring such things with us already.
That's very interesting. Anyway, that was the entire gist of UniLend. If you guys have any questions, comment down below, because this is basically everything. But I just want to say that I really respect you for taking the leap of faith to enter Web3. That is like really inspiring, because for me, even it was just like I only started a few years ago. I actually started when the last bear market ended, so I was pretty lucky. However, I do know that risk mitigation and risk managing is top key, like the number one most important thing when it comes to the crypto or the Web3 space. Even though now it's the bear market, all of us are still working really hard to like survive through it, especially builders like yourself. You're really using this time to find innovative ideas to implement to UniLend, and I believe that UniLend is something that everyone should at least invest a bit into it, because I can see it's going very very far. Like how Uniswap like just boomed up, and it didn't blow up right away. It didn't blow up when everyone, the small minority of people, like put their money into it. It didn't blow up then. It only blew up during the bull market. So you have to take the initiative to enter when everyone else is scared. That's all I'm gonna say, because that's what all the best investors in the world understand. However, it's difficult because it's going against your emotions. Thank you so much, Chandresh, for the amazing interview. Thank you so much for sharing about UniLend, and I'm sure everyone watching this video be interested in investing into UniLend, because it's something that it adds value into the DeFi space, something new for the crypto financial instruments, So thank you so much, and that's probably the end of the interview today. So do you have anything? Yeah. Do you have anything else to add on?
No. Thanks a lot for inviting me. It was a great experience. Thank you.